Student loan borrowers who have been hoping that they'd have some or all of their debt erased should now prepare to repay it in full. They haven't had to make a payment in 3 years. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. The Supreme Court struck down President Biden's plan to have taxpayers pay for $400 billion in student loan debt. According to the court's majority and some Democrats, the plan was an overreach of spending authority that belongs to Congress. The president this afternoon announced a different, more limited approach that would impact far fewer loan holders. We'll have more on that in a moment. First, here's Fox 4's Alex Boyer with a closer look at today's Supreme Court ruling.
The hopes of more than 40 million borrowers once eligible for up to $20,000 in federal student debt relief are now dead. In a 6-3 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down President Joe Biden's bid to forgive more than $400 billion in student loan debt.
My associate's was in substance abuse counseling.
Plano-based licensed chemical dependency counselor Lisa Sullivan is among the millions of Americans disappointed by the ruling. The forgiveness program would have canceled $10,000 in student loan debt for those making less than $125,000 or households with less than $250,000 in income.
I thought, wow, that's amazing, because that would pretty much wipe out my entire debt.
Can't say I was surprised. This Supreme Court has put a lot of importance on following the plain meaning of statutes that Congress enacts.
David Cole is a constitutional law attorney. In the majority opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts challenged the premise of the administration's plan, saying it created, quote, a novel and fundamentally different loan forgiveness program, end quote. The conservative majority on the high court claimed the administration overstepped by using the HEROES Act to forgive debt. That law, dating back to the 9/11 attacks, allows the Secretary of Education to make changes to loans during emergencies. The White House argued COVID-19 was one.
In this set of statutes, you just can't read it that way. Modify allows you to make certain technical adjustments to certain loans. It doesn't let you just go and forgive a whole bunch of balances of student loans. So you're just piling too much on this one word.
In a dissent, Justice Elena Kagan writing, quote, the Secretary did no more than use that lawfully delegated authority, end quote.
It's as if there had been no program. It's just sort of a dream. It was talked about. People signed up for it.
26 million people applied for the relief before the program was put on hold.
The field I went into is a lot of hard work with not fair pay.
Sullivan still owes about $11,000 for her associate's degree. She says the court's ruling means she'll have to put her plan to get a bachelor's degree on hold.
I'm saving money to try to do it. You know, I work an extra side job, and I kind of put that into savings.
Millions of borrowers haven't had to make student loan payments since 2020 because of a pause instituted during the pandemic. Those payments are set to resume in October. Alex Boyer, Fox 4 News.
Following the Supreme Court's ruling, President Biden said his administration will draft new plans to provide relief to borrowers with federal student loan debt.
First, I'm announcing today a new path consistent with today's ruling to provide student debt relief to as many borrowers as possible, as quickly as possible. We will ground this new approach in a different law than my original plan, the so-called Higher Education Act.
So the Higher Education Act was passed in 1965, and it gives the Secretary of Education power to lower or waive debt. The Department of Education will go through a slower process, which requires public hearings before any official movement is made on relief. In the meantime, the administration will cut monthly payments when they resume in September, and it will provide an on-ramp for borrowers to hold off on paying their loans for 12 months, though interest will be accruing during that time.
I am incredibly grateful for the court's decision.
We know that when one group's dignity and equality are threatened, the promise of our democracy is threatened.